Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, back again with another DJI Osmo video. Now I finally got good sunshine again. It's been, obviously with hurricane season, it's kind of hit or miss. But what I'm going to do within this video is a very thorough field test. So I'll switch, I'll present this video in a way to where you can see what I'm doing as far as a walk and run's concerned, and concurrently see the quality of the video, because one of the techniques is learning how to walk and how to run with the Osmo in a way that that makes the video look smoother. Because unlike the Phantom 3, where it's on a gimbal and it's in the air, it doesn't have legs or anything to add that extra bump up and down in vibration. This is handheld, but there's ways that you can walk or run to make the video still look awesome. If you just walk normally, it's going to have a little bit of a slight bounce to it. I say slight bounce because if you watch my my GoPro Hero 4 Black with Feiyu gimbal, although that was good, this, in my opinion, even without a monopod extension, possesses the ability to create better video, smoother video, than the Feiyu and GoPro on an extended monopod. So without further ado, let's get everything calibrated here. I'm going to do a quick gimbal calibration. Check the link within this video's description, and you can find a tutorial for how I calibrate my gimbal. It's actually very simple and it works quite well. And I'm not going to talk while this is calibrating. Optimally, you would place it on a flat surface, but since I don't have a flat surface, this is how I'm going to do it. And this is also a good practice of one's balance. %, 88%, 93, 97, okay. Now everything looks really level. That's what I wanted. Format my memory card. I've got everything downloaded. I don't need to have that extra video on here. Okay, and we're about ready to go here. So the first thing I'm going to do is just a standard, I'm going to do a walk. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Always best practice to put this around your wrist. Should you lose grip, it better prevents the possibility of it going to the ground. So let's just do a regular walk. Okay, so that was just a regular walk. Now let's do a regular run. Now my feet are kind of crooked, so I run funny, but that shouldn't be an issue. So that's an extra thing that one will have to work around, is, you know, any sort of physical defects you may have with your body. So my feet are crooked, so when I run, it's going to look funny. But I'm not going to do a special run. I'm just going to do a regular run. So here we go with regular run. That's probably more of a jog than a run. Now I'm going to show you how you can perfect a walk or a run to make it really smooth. So I'm going to step back from the camera here so you can see. and I'll probably be too far away for the mic to pick up. So just watch, this will be the walk for Osmo stability test. Three, two, one. Okay, that was my walk for Osmo stability test. Now I'm going to do my run for Osmo stability. So this is where it gets really challenging. So without further ado, let's do the little run for stability here. Try that run again. So again, it's kind of on the heels of my feet and the back part of your foot. I'm going to start this way. And actually that's not optimal because I was bouncing more. So that's why I'm filming all these different scenarios. So now let's kind of hunker down and try this. Watch this technique. Okay, watch this. I think I've got it now. Watch this. This is definitely a technique to practice, just like playing golf or any other game. And I'm going to try to explain this in a simplistic, with the most simplistic terminology that I can. So when you're walking, you know, you're naturally kind of bumping up and down a little bit. So instead of a normal walk where you're going up and down a little bit, the way to think about it is what's between the ground and the camera. Well, you got your upper body, which you don't want to do a lot of shoulder movements. You've got your middle body, and then you've got your feet, which are making impact with the ground. And terrain can come into play too. So if you're on sand versus a hard surface, there's a lot of variables that can come into play. But if you think about when you're filming with this, your objective is to try to keep not too firm of a grip. Obviously you don't want to drop your camera, and you want to have on your wrist strap should you drop it, but you want to kind of have a gentle grip on it so it's not tight, because when you're grabbing something tightly, it's going to transfer that shake from your body more into the camera. Same technique if you have a camera, you got your arm out the window and you're filming. When you're going down a road, you're going to get those bumps from the road. Whereas if you lift your elbow up, you may have a little bit of bumps, but it's more smooth than transferring that movement directly from the car truck tires to your elbow. So this versus arm up and more of a gentle thing. So if you think of that, and when you're holding your Osmo, when you're walking, if you think of that and you're trying to keep, you got to obviously keep an eye on where you're walking or running, because you don't want to break a leg or run into something hazardous. So, you know, check out your terrain before you attempt anything, to see what you know, what you may be up against. That is really weird. There's some sort of aircraft I've never seen. What in the world? I may have just seen a UFO. Seriously. I am absolutely serious. It's got like, it's moving at the speed of a jet. And it has a propeller sound. But it's not, I don't know what that was. That was really weird, and it was small. But really weird. So yeah, what we're gonna do is, and we're gonna step through this again here, and just think about, just watch me. I'm gonna try to get to where I'm in frame here. So see, if I do a normal walk, you know, my upper body tends to move, the camera tends to move. So let's try it with tight upper body and not even worry about the lower body. So see, now I'm kind of keeping my shoulders very tight. So that's eliminating the walking movement from the shoulders. So once you've stabilized your upper body, and when I say stabilize, I'm saying, you know, you don't want that up and down bounce. So, you know, a normal walk, it's more at ease. You're like, yo, what's up? But the Osmo walk, you're like, you know, very tight in the upper body, keeping these shoulders tight, so that you're minimizing the amount of up and down motion with the Osmo. Even though it does a great job compensating for it, you know, we're trying to get the most professional results possible out of the Osmo. So now this time, let's keep our upper body tight. You know, get used to that, and just kind of casually look at your Osmo for upward and downward movement. And I can see it, even though my upper body's tight. That's because I'm not working on my lower body. So now that you've mastered keeping your upper body tight, now think about your footsteps. So see, now I'm just kind of walking really softly. I'm walking in a way to where I'm looking at the back of the Osmo. It's not going up and down hardly at all. So I'm going to come towards you. See, my upper body's tight, and my lower body, I feel like I'm walking on the clouds. That's how you got to do it. Walking on the clouds. Now the challenge is going to be to incorporate a run into this. So my best advice for my viewers is to master the slow walk. Do what I just did, you know, separate in your mind, separate your upper body from your lower body. And once you've managed to do that mentally, then work on turning your lower body into something that you feel as if you're walking on the clouds. Because ultimately what you're doing for yourself in your mind and in your body, with your body movements, you're turning yourself into a drone. So in your mind, when you're filming with this, repeat over and over to yourself, I am a Phantom 3. I am a Phantom 3. Soaring through the clouds. I am a Phantom 3. You don't have to say it out loud, because if you're filming around people, you don't want to seem like a weirdo. But if you just tell yourself over and over in your mind, I am a Phantom 3 drone, you may be able to master this like I hopefully have. So again, check the link within this video's description. You can find a ton of Osmo tutorials on 400. I'm going to stop recording with the Osmo. You can find a ton of Osmo tutorials on my 400 or below.com website, or my snagbear.com website. So check them out, and you know, there's a lot of bundles there. If there's anything that you need in particular and you can't find, drop me a message. Best way to get me, Facebook fan page, facebook.com/IRICSky. If you don't use Facebook, just go to iricsky.com, send me a message, or contact me by way of 400 or below.com or snagbear.com. And I'll be happy to try to answer any questions. But again, new tool, first version of Osmo. A lot of people like to criticize it. It is what it is. The audio is terrible. I will tell you, the audio is terrible. But my Phantom 3 had no audio, so for me to have audio on this, it's a bonus, because I can use it to sync my professionally recorded audio in post. So it's a great reference for that. I don't have to visually line up the lips and the audio, which is great. So thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to youtube.com/IRICSky. Y'all have a good day.